My name is Francisco Gomez-Rivera. I'm a PhD grad student in the University of Michigan. My story began very early during my undergrad training at the University of Puerto Rico at Ponce. I became familiar with the AI at one of the conferences that I participate back in my undergrad study. I didn't know a lot about immunology, but as I became affiliated with AI as an undergrad, I become more interested in immunology. I became interested in immunology when I joined Dr. Thomas Forstuber lab at the University of Texas at San Antonio. Over there, I studied the role of tumor necrosis factor receptor 2 in multiple sclerosis. And then after that, I was awarded for an abstract here at the AI, and I give my first talk as a master's student. And it was a very stressful opportunity, but also I was very happy that as a trainee, I was able to present my research. And that spanned my ways on how I learned science and how to communicate science to others. Then I confirmed 100% sure that immunology was my path, and I applied for a PhD program, and I become a PhD student at the University of Michigan, where I'm right now, currently finishing up my PhD in Dr. Kathy Collins' lab. I study in the context of infectious diseases, I study HIV and what are the molecular mechanisms associated with the establishment of latency for HIV. So we developed a tool to understand HIV latency. We use a dual reporter probe, and this probe allows us to separate latent cells from active infected cells. And this is unique because HIV is a virus that integrates into the genome, and it remains in the DNA, and we don't have tool to separate latent cells. So with this new tool that we're developing, we provide novel mechanism for the establishment of latency with this reporter. So last year I have the opportunity to receive the Minority Scientist Award, where they financially support my me coming to AI as a minority, and this allowed me to connect to scientists and also share my research here at the conference. And this is unique because it also represents that AI also values the minorities students and trainees and support them through their career, not only during undergrads, but also during the PhD training and also during their postdoctoral positions. My current research is to understand the molecular mechanisms associated with the establishment of HIV latency. And in order to understand that, our lab developed a dual reporter probe that allow us to separate latent and active infected cells by using these dual reporters. And in this context, we can sort out cells and understand or looking at them and trying to understand what are the mechanisms associated with the establishment of latency of the HIV. And it's affecting around 39 million people around the world. So with our tool, we can study in deep and segregate cells that are being so hard to eliminate from the body. We're using this system to understand better, develop better tools and better mechanism that we can understand and treat the patients that are experiencing HIV. I think AI provides a lot of support for not only undergrads, but also grad students and faculty that are starting their career. And it's very valuable because as I transition from undergrad to grad student, and also in the future to become a faculty one day, I can see AI providing a lot of support and be an organization that I can count on for my professional development. I think I'm looking forward to connect to new people that are studying similar things like me, understand more about viral infections and how T cells can become more important to understand the roles of infections and understand more molecular mechanisms that we can provide new therapeutic approaches for diseases. I hope that at some point we can eradicate many diseases that we are encountering, and we can provide some cures for those diseases like cancer and other like HIV, for example, in my case, and other infectious diseases that we can provide good care and therapeutic approaches for those patients suffering in diseases.